Now, though, it's time for wine. That's it. It's Friday. It's time for wine. Malcolm McLaren is still here. He's got his shades on for this bit, because it's obviously it's cool. And we're also joined by wine expert Tom Cannavan. Do you like your wine, Malcolm?
Yes.
Excellent. That's all we need to know.
Recent to the point. That's what we need to know, yes. Well, this week we've been kind of following a journey through the great grape varieties of the world, but we're taking a bit of a side road this week, and we're going to look at organic wines and wines suitable for vegetarians.
That sounds ridiculous. Vegetarian wine?
Well, it does sound...
grapes?
Well, indeed, I mean, to a certain extent you're right. I mean, all a bottle of wine is fermented grape juice, but there are some products used in the process of making wine that can be derived from animals. A typical example would be gelatin.
Right.
Now, gelatin can come from animal bones, and it's used in one of the stages of winemaking to clarify the wine, to clear it of any little particles and make it nice and bright. Now, some vegetarians won't drink the wine because the animal product's been used in the process, although it's not actually in the bottle.
But when you go into the supermarket, you never see, OK, you've got like wines from France, wines from Spain. I can understand you get organic sections now, but I've never seen vegetarian wine in the supermarket. Have you?
Yep, on the back labels, you'll often see the little green V for vegetarians.
They're quite a lot.
It's quite common, and it's becoming more common. It's one of those things that people are concerned about, and if you don't need to use the animal products, then some people are saying, well, let's give us the choice and give us wines that are made without them.
OK. And organic wine, obviously, I've heard that that's just the wine that doesn't give you a hangover.
Well, there may be some truth in that. Organic wine comes from organically grown grapes. And so that means there are no synthetic chemicals used, no fertilisers, no sprays against mildew or bugs in the vineyard. And so the wine has less additives in it, and in theory should be a purer product, which if people have sensitivities to some of these chemicals, in theory, then the wine might not give them such a reaction.
So there we go. We've got the background to vegetarian organic wine. I think now, Malcolm, we want to taste it.
You want to taste some?
Yes.
Well, we're kicking off...
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, come on.
Well, we're kicking off with a bit of a find, I think, because it's only £3.99 a bottle. It's a sparkling wine from Aldi, and it's a sparkling Pinot Grigio. Now,
should you, if it's a sparkling wine at £3.99, you shouldn't automatically go, oh, it's probably not any good then, should you?
No. I mean, you should... I guess you should never say that. The proof of the pudding will always be in the tasting. And although £3.99 is not an awful lot of money to pay for a sparkling wine, for any wine. We've been through before on the show all the reasons why some wines you really need to pay £4 or £5 to get really good value in wine, in my opinion. But I think this is a bit of a find. At £3.99, it's fun. It tastes good for parties, for laying in for Christmas time, you know, if you've got any big parties coming up. I don't think you can beat it. A whole case of this stuff is going to be less than 50 quid for 12 bottles.
Now, Malcolm, you were once a professional wine taster, weren't you?
I wasn't a professional. It was the first job when I left school. I was a dreadful 16-year-old who didn't and refused to take any exams, and my mother drafted me into the Labour Exchange. And in those days, I'm talking about 1962, there was 101 jobs, you know. A guy read it like a list from pea factory to bio factory to, oh, I don't know, packaging milk. And halfway down the list, there was something that said trainee wine taster. And my mother just said, that's it.
I know, that would be good. Well, let's see what you make of this one here then. Cheers. Cheers.
Well, cheers. This is the Via Caro Pinot Grigio from Italy. And it's £3.99 in Aldi. And I think... You know, the nose has got a little bit of apple, a little bit of kind of red apple, I think, a little bit of citrus, of lemon, maybe a tiny touch of toffee just from the second fermentation the wine has had. And then I think it drinks pretty well. You know, it's easy drinking.
It's not bad, actually, is it? £3.99.
There's nothing wrong with it for £3.99. No. I think it's a bit of a bargain.
What do you think, Malcolm?
I think it's mediocre.
Yes.
Frankly. You know.
Well, I think at £3.99, that's a pretty... That's praise, I would say.
Well, I think there's a problem, because I think sparkling wine is becoming fashionable, and as people can't afford the genuine article, they can't afford the real champagne.
Well, that's quite a good
They can buy these other sparkling wines, and there are, you know, there's Prosecco and there's the Spanish Cava. Neither quite add up to really great vintage champagne.
Well, that's true, but at the same time, I think the producers of those would say they're not trying to be champagne, they're trying to be something different, lighter, fruitier, a bit more fun, and at £3.99 as opposed to, you know...
Well, £3.99, I mean, you're really chancing your arm for being poisoned or whatever.
Right, so I think let's move on to the white wine next. We've got two more to try quickly before we run out of time here.
Oh my God, yes, OK, so next one. Fox Gordon Fiano from Australia, from close to Adelaide. Now, Fiano's a grape from the south of Italy that's part of a whole family of Italian white grapes, which are really great, I think. They all have the similar quality to this, which is a little bit of honey on the nose. Yeah. I'm getting honey. I
can smell that honey.
A little bit of pine nut, something like that.
Can't you?
Beautiful fruit, quite tropical fruit. Have a little sip of this one.
Right, Malcolm, what do you think? Mediocre? Better than average? Brilliant?
Complicated and not good. Not sharp or focused.
This isn't a cheap one either, is it?
This is not. This is £9.99 from Oddbins.
You liked this one as well,
It's a complicated wine.
It is. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's got issues.
But
It's a bit too much.
I think it's delicious, and I think it's going to be a really good wine to have with things like creamy pastas, creamy risottos, because it's got a bit of body, a bit of weight to it as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's lovely. £7.99 if you buy a case of wine from Oddbins, so the price drops a little bit too. The last one is that one's suitable for vegetarians. The last one's an organic wine, so made without any chemicals in the vineyard. This is a Chianti. This one's from Marks and Spencer's at £7.99, and it's the Bottighino Chianti, which is organic. And again, if you have a little sniff and a taste of this one, it has the classic, I think, Chianti fragrance, a little bit of cherry, a little bit of spice, something like clove, tiny bit of tobacco in there.
Tastes like Christmas.
And have a taste of that, all those kind of Christmassy spices and all the cherry flavours.
It does. It tastes like Christmas. That's my professional opinion of that one. There we go.
Pretty sharp, pretty nicely focused. You know, it's quite an easy drinking wine, and would be great with lamb and with all sorts of tomato-based kind of dishes.
Malcolm, I like your opinion here.
Well, I think Chianti is a kind of generic Italian wine, and there are good and bad Chiantis. And this is okay. I wouldn't say it's top of the field. It's not a particular wine that I like. I prefer the French Burgundies to a Chianti, and I prefer even decent Bordeaux. But it's okay. It's drinkable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's top class. It's very Marks and Spencer's.
Well, at £7.99 in Marks and Spencer's and organic, I think it's a pretty good drink.
Well,
we'll agree to differ.
We've thank you very much for Tom for that. It's good that we've tried these. Are you willing to risk it now and try the hottest curry?
I'm trying to what?
Hottest curry ever.
Why would I? Why the hottest curry ever?
Yes, you're going to, aren't you?
What is this? Full of chilies and...
We're going to relocate to the sofa, but first, here's your guide to what's on this weekend, right?